All right, let's get right into it. We're breaking down the latest intelligence from Vietnam's startup scene, using the Invention Lab Snapshot for late November 2025. Think of this as your executive briefing on the deals, trends, and policies that are really shaping one of Asia's most exciting markets. So, the big question on everyone's mind is, what does Vietnam's next phase of growth actually look like? Well, the numbers from late November are giving us a pretty clear picture. We're seeing a market that isn't just expanding, it's maturing at a really incredible speed. Let's dig into what that means for you, whether you're an investor or a founder.
So, first things first, let's talk about the market's momentum heading into the end of the year. The key takeaway here is that the strong activity we saw earlier in the month, it didn't just continue, it's actually picking up steam.
What we're seeing is a real surge of activity concentrated in two critical areas: tech, of course, but also major sustainability initiatives. And you should know, these aren't separate trends. They are really the twin engines driving Vietnam's economic future. So let's follow the money and see where it's going.
Okay, this brings us to the really exciting part, the surge in tech investment. And what's so compelling here isn't just the amount of cash flowing in, it's the sheer diversity of where it's going. We're talking serious money pouring into edtech, insurtech, and even some really deep biotech.
Take EdTech, for example. We've got ThinkZone Ventures leading a seed round for Sunny Days Piano. Now, this company has carved out a really profitable niche, piano lessons for adults, and they're using this unique lifetime flexibility model that's clearly a hit with their customers. And this right here, this is the number that should make every investor sit up and pay attention. A 4.4x year-on-year revenue growth. That's not just good, that's powerful proof of product-market fit. It tells you this is a scalable, profitable business, and that's exactly the kind of metric that gets people's attention.
Now let's jump over to insurtech. Saladin just pulled in an estimated $2 to $3 million in a round led by Japan's SBI Group. And you got to pay attention to the names here. Getting backing from a major international player like SBI right after a Series A from a top firm like Monk's Hill, that's a massive vote of confidence in Saladin's digital insurance platform. So, this deal puts their post-money valuation at around $15 million. But look, this isn't just a win for Saladin. It's a huge signal for the entire insurtech space in Vietnam. It shows there's real investor confidence in the opportunity to digitize the country's insurance market.
All right, now let's talk deep tech, because this is where things get really fascinating. Gene Solutions, a biotech firm that's already profitable with its advanced genetic screening, is now raising money to expand across Asia. This is a huge deal. It shows the ecosystem is now producing companies with serious proprietary tech that are ready to go global. And get this, the ambition here is just off the charts. We're talking about a $100 million pre-IPO round. Their goal? A potential listing on a major exchange like Singapore or Hong Kong by 2026. This is a landmark moment. It signals that Vietnam's tech scene is mature enough to produce companies that can aim for huge international exits.
You know, it's not just about bits and bytes. Running parallel to this whole tech boom is a massive new driver of capital: sustainability. Green tech is no longer some niche interest in Vietnam. It's a major economic opportunity with serious institutional backing.
Just look at the new $10 million Green Transition Fund from Touchstone Partners. And what they're doing is really smart. They're using blended finance, basically mixing institutional money with other capital to de-risk these early-stage climate tech companies. It's a fantastic way to build the green economy from the ground up.
And it's not just local players. The global interest here is just wow. The Net Zero Challenge, hosted in Vietnam, pulled in over 700 applications from more than 60 countries. This isn't just a local event anymore, it's a global competition. It really puts Vietnam on the map as an international hub for climate innovation.
So who actually won? The winners split a pretty hefty prize pool, and they give us a great snapshot of what's working. You've got Alcarbo from Hong Kong with algae-based carbon capture, but also two amazing local startups, 𝐒𝐍𝐀𝐏𝐒𝐿 with a super-light farming robot, and Vietnam Food, which is recovering nutrients from wastewater. This mix of local and global talent is a sign of a really healthy competitive ecosystem.
Okay, so you might be thinking, all this private sector action is great, but what's making it all possible? And the answer really is deliberate government policy. The government is actively creating a landscape that's more predictable and, frankly, more friendly for investors. And this next part? It's a potential game changer. Seriously.
Regulators are working on new rules that would let innovative, high-revenue startups go public, even if they aren't profitable yet. For venture capital, this is everything. It creates a clear domestic path to an exit, which is absolutely essential for a healthy investment cycle.
And this isn't just a one-off idea. It's part of a much bigger, very deliberate roadmap to bring Vietnam's entire market infrastructure up to global standards. We're talking a new trading system, central clearing, even a carbon exchange. For investors, all of this just translates to more transparency, more efficiency, and less risk.
So, we've got private investment, we've got sustainability, and we've got forward-thinking government policy. And all of these threads, they all come together in one place, Ho Chi Minh City, which is really cementing itself as the innovation hub of Vietnam. At the recent Autumn Economic Forum, Ho Chi Minh City basically put a flag in the ground. It went beyond just talk and locked in 2 huge partnerships that are going to shape its future as a regional powerhouse.
First up, a partnership with Binance. And no, this isn't just about crypto. This is a super strategic move to build a world-class financial center by sharing expertise on digital assets and creating safe sandbox environments for new blockchain tech. They're building the financial infrastructure of the future, right now.
The second big partnership is with the World Economic Forum, and this one is all about smart manufacturing. By working with the WEF, Ho Chi Minh City is plugging its industrial base directly into global innovation networks. This is how you get to the forefront of the next industrial revolution.
And you have to understand, this isn't just a city-level project. This vision is backed from the absolute top. This quote from the Prime Minister says it all. It highlights a clear, pro-business, innovation-first national strategy that gives these local efforts some serious firepower.
So when you put it all together, these deals, these policies, these global partnerships, they're not just random events. They're interconnected pieces of a very clear strategy. Vietnam's future is literally being built right now, and this data is the blueprint. So for any serious investor or founder out there, the question really isn't if you should be paying attention, but how fast you can get involved.